Hey everyone, welcome back. This is lesson 6 of the Master Zotero 7 series, in which we'll cover searching. Your Zotero library, over a period of time, can contain thousands of items. Zotero provides excellent search tools to navigate this maze and quickly find what you want. So, in a manner of speaking, Zotero search is like the friendly librarian who, after knowing what you want, walks you to the right shelf and hands you the right book. In this lesson, we will explore different ways in which we can search our Zotero library and learn to effectively use the quick and advanced search options in Zotero. So without further ado, let's begin. The search action in Zotero 7 happens here, the search box. There are two modes in which you can search. The first is quick search and the other is advanced search. You can type in your search term here. On the left hand side, you will see the search button here, and clicking on this search button here, we see a drop down that shows options for quick search in the upper part of this drop down and an option to initiate advanced search in the bottom part of this drop down. Let's start with quick search and see how search results are impacted by these three quick search options. So the default for quick search is the first option here, title, creator, and year. What this means is that whatever you type in this box, the search is going to be restricted to just three fields in the right pane. One is title, the second is author or the creator, and the third is date on which this was published. There are two exceptions to this. The short title field is also searched, and the publication field, treated as the title of a journal, is also considered and included in these searches. All other fields in the right pane will be ignored in the search. They will not be matched against the term that you are typing here. So let's start with the creator. Let me say I want to look for all items that have been created by me. So as I type in my name, you will see all the items that are attributed to me in my library. So you can search by creator. You can also search by year. So let's type in 2024 and you will see all items that have been published in 2024. So this is coming from the date field. Let's change this to 2023 and you will see all the items that have been published in 2023 in this library. Let's change this to 2012. And here you will see two items that have been published in 2012. But one item that has been published in 2014, which is also part of this search result, even though we have typed 2012. The reason for inclusion of this particular item is not very difficult to see, because in this kind of quick search, it is looking inside title, creator, and date fields. And if you notice in the title, you find that you have 2012 written inside the title itself. So because it is looking inside the title field as well, it has included this 2014 dated item in the search results. We can remedy this situation through advanced search, and we can be very precise about dates if we wanted to, but I'll talk about advanced search a little later on. So sometimes in search results, you might find an odd item, but there has to be a reason for that odd item to appear, because the first option in quick search searches title, creator, and date fields. If whatever you have typed is present in any of those fields, that item will show up in the search results. So we have seen year, we have seen creator. Let's type in a search term that we are looking for inside title. So let me type in temperature. And the moment you type in temperature, you will see that in my entire library, there is just one item that has the word temperature inside title. So you can click on this little cross button here to do away with the last search and get all your items back here. Notice that the search is dynamic. So as you start typing in your term, you will see that the search results keep changing with every typed letter. Now, sometimes what happens is that if your library is very, very big, this behavior can take a long time for results to appear. So if you want to first type in the search term and then initiate search, you can start with a quotation mark, and this brings us in a special mode So after entering the quotation mark, when we start typing in our search term, you will see that nothing is happening on the screen. No search results are being displayed. It is because Zotero is waiting for us to type, and only when we press enter will the search process begin. And the moment I press enter, you will see that results for the typed in search term have now been delivered. And by using a quotation mark, we have prevented Zotero to override its default behavior of showing search terms as we keep typing. Let me also mention that you can use a wildcard in your search terms, and that wildcard is the %sign. Let me show you. So I'm typing in a search term that says %ERGY. So what I'm telling Zotero is show me all the items that are starting with anything but must end with ERGY. So I'm using this %sign as a wildcard. So I'm telling Zotero that all I care is about a word ending with these 4 characters, and I really don't care what comes before that. So as you can see, the search results shown here, the title contains synergy. So you can see that it's ending with ERGY, and also energy, which is also ending with ERGY. The %sign has ensured that I have been able to ignore SY and EN before the ERGY. So this is called as a wildcard. So you can use the %sign at a specific position also. In this particular case, I have typed in my search term as GLO%AL. So what I'm telling Zotero is that I really don't care which letter appears here at this particular position. So you can see that we have 2 items in the search results, and they are because the title contains a word called as glocal and also a word called as global. So you can see here the title has the word global in this particular result, and it has the word glocal in this particular result. GLO, and the place where I have put the %sign, in this particular case it is C, and in the other reference it is B. So this is called as a wildcard, and you can use it inside search terms, can be handy in certain situations. So in summary, the title creator and year option in quick search looks for terms inside these 3 fields only. And if I type in a search term, so the search results will show only those items that have this particular word inside the title field or the author or contributor or creator field, and also in the date field. And as I have mentioned before, the short title and publication fields are also included in these searches. Now let's change this to option number 2. So it is the same search term, and we are just clicking on option number 2. And this option says all fields and tags. So this expands the scope of the search by not limiting it to just 3 fields, but including all these fields and also any tags that you might have associated with any particular item. And what it also does is it goes on inside notes and also tries to see if there is this search term inside any notes if they are attached to any particular item. So our search term remains the same, temperature, and all I'm doing is I'm choosing the second option of quick search. And the moment I do this, you will see that there are quite a few items now included in the search results. And let's just examine what has happened here. So in this particular case, the word temperature appears inside the title itself, as we have seen before. So this is included in the search result. Let's try to see why this one has been included in the search result. So there is no temperature word inside the title. But because it is now searching all the fields, let us just scroll down and see if there is any other field that is having the word temperature. So you can see here the abstract field has temperature, and that is why this item has also been included in this particular search result. Let's have a look at this one, and there's no temperature in the title. And as you can see, the word temperature appears in the abstract, and that is why this one has been included. Let's have a quick look at this search result. So there's no temperature in the title field, no temperature in author or date field, obviously. And there's no temperature appearing in the abstract field as well, as you can see here. but you will see that a note has been attached with this item. This is a note that I created, and you can see the contents of this note here, or otherwise you can just click on it and you can see the contents of this note in the right pane. And here you are going to see that the word temperature appears inside this note. So it's gone right inside the note itself, as you can see here, the content of the note, and it has found the word temperature inside the note, and therefore it has included this also in the search result. So not only it's looking at all the fields, it is also going inside notes if there is any note attached to a particular item, and if it finds this search term inside the note, it's going to show that particular item in the search result as well. And finally, let's examine the first search result here. So as we can see, there is no temperature in the title field and there's no abstract. So there's nothing really that is having the word temperature here, and there are no notes attached here. But you will notice that there is a tag that says temperature increase. So the word temperature appears inside one of the tags. And because with the second option, it is also looking inside tags, it has included this item in the search results as well, because we have chosen option number 2, all fields and tags plus notes. So because it is looking at tags, it has included this item also in the search result. Now let's go ahead and change the quick search option to everything. We are using the exact same search term temperature, but we are going to change this to everything. So when you choose everything, you are asking Zotero to not only search in all the fields and tags and notes, which was the option 2, but by choosing everything, you are asking Zotero to also go and search inside any PDF files, any EPUB files, that is ebooks in the EPUB format, and also inside snapshots that have been attached with any item. So everything includes whatever was happening here, that is all fields, notes, and tags, and it extends the search to inside PDFs, EPUBs, and also snapshot text, that is web pages that have been saved for certain items. So let's go ahead and click on everything. And now you will see that the search result has quite a big list from my library. So let's examine a few of these to get an idea. Let's take the example of Jasonov. So when we see here, we see that the word temperature is not appearing in title, author, date. So as we scroll down, we see that this has a very large abstract. There's no temperature word inside this abstract. So as we go down, you will see that it has a few tags, and those tags also don't have the word temperature. It has a note. So we can just click on this note, and you will see that you cannot find this word temperature here as well. So why has this item been included in the search results for temperature? Because we have chosen everything, it tries to go inside any PDFs or EPUBs or snapshots that have been attached with this item. And here we see that we have a PDF, we have the text for the full paper. So as you click on this PDF and open it up, and if you click on the search button and type in the keyword temperature, you will see that temperature is occurring exactly at one place inside this entire paper, 1 out of 1, and that is why this item has been included inside the search result. So let's type in another search term. This time around, I am typing in fishing, and the search results show 5 items. Let's take the case of this particular item. You will see that the word fishing does not appear in the title, author, or for that matter, any field that is present here. It is not appearing anywhere in tags. If we click on this note, it is not appearing anywhere inside the note. So the reason why this item has been included in the search results, because we have chosen everything, has to come from this particular attachment, which is a EPUB ebook. When we double click on it and open this up and try to look for the word fishing, we will find that fishing is appearing at 2 places inside this particular book, here and here. And that is the reason why this item has been included in search results. So it goes inside ebooks also, not just PDFs, as demonstrated here. So when you choose everything in quick search, and if there are any PDFs associated with any particular item or EPUB files associated with any particular item, Zotero goes inside those PDFs as well and tries to look for your search term, apart from looking for your search term in all these fields, tags, and any notes associated with that particular item. So you can initiate the advanced search dialog by clicking on the search button right here and then choosing advanced search. In Zotero 6 and earlier versions of Zotero, the advanced search button was located here in this part of the screen. In Zotero 7, the advanced search button has been moved from here and has been incorporated with other search options. So let's go ahead and click on advanced search. So you see the advanced search dialog here. There are a few things to note and I'll point out as we move along. So as we can see here, a full sentence is actually being completed. Match all of the following where title contains, and you can type in your search keyword here. So let's say, for example, we type in a search keyword here and it tries to show you some of the options that it can find. So let's type in climate justice as our search term here. So we are trying to search for all items that contain the term climate justice in the title. So let's go ahead and click on search. Nothing happens till you press the search button. So once you have typed in the search term, just go ahead and click on search. So you will see all items in my library which have the term climate justice in the title. So you can see climate justice. Every single item that is displayed here has the term climate justice in the title. Now you will notice that this is all the following title that contains. So we can just come here and choose something different. So we can say is climate justice. So what we are now trying to search for are all items in the library that have the title exactly equal to climate justice. Title is climate justice. So let's go ahead and click on search. So you will see that the search results now just shrink up to one item. And this is because this is the only item or paper or resource in my library that carries the title climate justice. Likewise, you can come here and you can just say begins with climate justice. So we can go ahead and click on search. So you will see that the search results now contain two more papers. They are not exactly climate justice, but they begin with climate justice. And likewise, we can come here and choose does not contain climate justice. Let's come here and click on search. And these are all the items in my library that do not contain the term climate justice. So while title contains climate justice or whatever term you are looking for seems to be the most common go-to query, you can always come here and choose whatever you want and create a query that specifically meets your requirements. Now, one great thing about advanced search is that you can keep adding terms. It's not just confined to one term. So we will just come here and click on this add button. So we get another row to fill, and we can come here and say policy. So you will notice here now that there are two options in the match box here. One reads all and the other reads any. So the default is all. So what we are trying to now look for are items that have both these words in the title. Both have to be present because we are saying all. So let's go ahead and search for all items that have the words climate justice and policy in the title. So we are going to go ahead and click on search. And you will see that our search results are now having two items and both policy and climate justice appearing in both these titles. Now, if you come here and change this to any, what we are now saying is that we are happy looking at items that are having either the word climate justice or the word policy. And of course, we can always have papers which have both these words. So this is like a more relaxed search, any. So when you come down, you'll see climate justice, but no policy. And in this particular case, we have policy, but no climate justice. And in some other search results, we can have both the search terms, climate justice and policy, occurring together in the title. So I'm starting afresh and I'm going to show you something else. Now, title is not the only thing that you can search for. When you click on this box, you will see a huge list of fields that you can search for. Title happens to be the default. Let us pick up one more and click on attachment content. And now this time my target is all the PDFs or EPUBs or snapshots that are attached with items. And I actually want to look inside those. So it says match all where the attachment contains. So I have typed in my term here and my target is all attachments. So I'm going to come here and click on search, and you will see that it has brought out one paper, the title of which does not contain this term. But the thing is that I'm actually searching inside the PDF. So this term must occur inside the PDF. So let me just open this PDF. And with the PDF open, let me just try to see if I can locate. And just as I type in my few letters, you can see that this term is actually occurring inside this particular PDF. Likewise, we can go ahead and search for item type. So if you are looking for something specific, in this particular case, say for example, if I was looking for all my presentations in my library, I will just use item type is presentation and just go ahead and click on search. So you will find that I have 4 presentations in my library. So they have been brought out. Likewise, I can search for other items, for example, data set. So as I change the item type, the results also change, and this is the only data set that I have. So you can search for different kinds of item types, and you can always mix and match search fields. So you can come here and click on add, and in the item type, you can choose a different item type. Say, for example, I'm choosing title and using contains, and I can type in a search term. So as you can see, this is all. So what we are trying to say here is that the item type has to be a presentation and it must contain agriculture in its title. So when we press the search button, we expect only this one to remain and the other 3 to vanish. So I'm going to go ahead and click on search. So as you can see, you can actually add in any number of terms and mix and match any number of field types and build more complex expressions for your search. So one other important kind of search that you might be interested in would be related to date. So we can come here and say date is, and let's type in 2012 and search. So you're now seeing only those items in the library that have been published in the year 2012. That is, they carry the year 2012 in the date field. And you will recall from the quick search that it is not showing any item for 2014 because it is no longer looking inside the title field. It is just simply confining itself to search within the date field. You can search for a date range. So you can come here, click on this and say is before 2014, and then you can add a search term and say it is after 2004. So we can just come here and click on search. So you will see that the search results are now showing all items that have been published after 2004 and before 2014. And you will notice that both these years are not included in these search results. So if you're just searching on years and if you want to include a particular set of years, you might want to go one behind and one after. And this should include results from 2004 and 14 as well, if they are present in the library. So you can see 2004 is now showing up in the result, and 2014 is also showing up in the result. So we can also search for other things. So if you come and click on more, you have a host of other fields that you can choose from. Let us choose one more, and this is with reference to rights. So we can search for items that are, say, for example, having Creative Commons license, and search will reveal all items in our library that carry this particular license. So you can see that I have 2 pictures here that carry the Creative Commons license in my library. I can come here and look for items that are in public domain, and I can just click here and search. We have two items now in my library, one a book and another an image that carry the public domain rights. I can use them freely without attribution. Now, one thing that I would like to show you here is coming here and searching for tags. So as you can see, I have a few presentations here. So when I click on a presentation, and I'm going to pin the tags section because I'll use it more often in this example. So let's say I'm an educator and I have all these presentations in my library. So I have attached some tags here. This is the name of the course, and this is the semester in which I use this presentation. Likewise for this presentation here. So you can see the tag carries the name of the course and the semester in which I am teaching. So two presentations for semester 2. And in this case, the name of the course and the semester in which I am teaching this course. This is semester 1. So I have attached tags to each of my presentations. So let's go back again to advanced search. And this time around, we are searching for tags. So I can just come here and say semester 1. So it shows you all the options and choose from one of these options and then go ahead and search. So you will see that the search results are now showing all items that carry the tag semester 1. What you can do with any search is that you can save that particular search if you want to use it frequently in the future. So just come here and click on Save Search and give it a name. So I have typed in a name for this search and I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And you will see that the semester search has been saved under my library. And it is showing here just like a collection or a folder. So many times people like to call these as smart collections. So when you save a search and when you come back here and click on this, you will see the results of that search directly available to you. So whenever I want to actually look at semester 1 presentations, I need not go to advanced search and search for this again. I can just click here and it will show me all the presentations that I use in semester 1. Now let's change this to semester 2 and go ahead and click on search. So you will see now that the search result shows me presentations that I have tagged as semester 2, and I can go ahead and save this search as well. So this search is also saved now, and it is showing me all presentations that I use in semester 2. So what you are seeing here are a result of a query that says show me all presentations in the library that carry the tag semester 2. And currently, as you can see, this saved search is showing 2 presentations. So if I come back to my library and I have a 4th presentation here, which is not tagged. So I'm going to come here and click on this and add tags to this particular presentation. Let us say Climate Communication 101. And enter, and I'm tagging this also as a semester 2 course. So I have added that particular tag as well. So this new presentation is now carrying a tag of semester 2. So what is going to happen if I click on semester 2 presentation save search? Will it show me 2 items as I was seeing before, or will it show me 3 items? So when I click on it, you will immediately see that the new presentation that I had tagged with semester 2 also starts showing up inside this particular folder. So as you keep adding more items inside my library, and if they are meeting conditions that you have specified in this particular save search, they also keep being included in the search results. So this is not static, it's just a question. And if any item meets the conditions of that particular question, that also becomes visible in the search results. Now you can always right click on it and edit a save search. So you get your original question and you can change this to something different, or you can add more search terms here, whatever you want to do, and then go ahead and click on OK. So the same is also available by double clicking on it, and you can then keep adding or deleting search terms, that is editing a search query. You can right click and also duplicate a save search. So I have a duplicate copy of a save search and I can double click on it and change its name to semester 3 presentations. And I can come here and change this query to semester 3 and click on OK. So now I have semester 3 presentations. Currently, there are no presentations that I'm using in semester 3. I can always double click on it and correct the name and so on and so forth. So this is the name part of this query, and go ahead and click on OK. And I can always right click and delete a saved search. So that search will now be deleted. So you can save any search, anything that you plan to use frequently. For example, if you wanted to save a search that shows you all items that you have added in the last 7 days. So I have used the date field here. And from this box, I have chosen is in the last 7 days and search. So these are all the items that have been added to this particular library in the last 7 days. I can go ahead and save this search and go ahead and click on OK. So you will see that this search has also been saved. And whenever you click on this particular search, you will see all items that have been added to your library in the last 7 days. So saving searches can be very, very productive. And you can use the advanced search dialog box to do a search and then go ahead and save a search. Now, the idea of save searches permits us to construct complex queries as well. Let me show this to you. So I'm going to come here and open my advanced search dialog box. And let me start by choosing attachment content. So my intention is to search inside attachments, ebooks, PDFs, and snapshots, all items in my library that contain the words logging. And I'm going to add another term here and also look for words that are deforestation. Let me come here and change this to any. So this query is basically trying to look inside attachments, that is PDFs, ebooks, and snapshots attached with items for keywords logging and deforestation. And I have chosen the word any, which means that the search results will contain all items that have attachments that have the word logging or the word deforestation. And of course, they can have both of them. So let's go ahead and click on search. So we have quite a few items here where the word logging or deforestation actually appears. So let me just open one PDF to check this out. So I can just try to see whether this has the word logging, and it says no phrase found, so logging is not present here. And the other word that we had mentioned was deforestation. So the word deforestation does appear inside this particular PDF. And that is why it is part of this search result. So once we have the result, we can just save this search and save. So we have just saved our first search. Let's head back to advanced search and create another search. So once again, I'm looking for attachments which have the word tropical. I'm going to add another term or Amazon. And I'm going to come here and choose any. So all items that have attachments in which the word tropical or Amazon is present. I'm going to go ahead and click on search, and you will see that there are quite a few where the word tropical or the word Amazon or both of them appear. So if you can just check this out as well. So I've just opened one of the PDFs in the search results, and I'm going to type in Amazon. And when I type the word Amazon, it says phrase not found. Let me check for tropical. So as you can see, this word is present here. So that is why it is in the search result. So all these papers that are in this search result are either having the word tropical or Amazon or both, because I have used the keyword any. So let's go ahead and save this search as well. So this is our second query that we have saved. Now let's go ahead and create a third query. So I'm going to come here and click on advanced search. And once again, I'm looking inside attachments. And this time I'm looking for 2 tree species. One is mahogany, and I'm going to add one more. And I'm looking for pine. So I'm going to come here and click on any. So this or both. So I'm going to come here and go ahead and click on search. So these are the items that have mahogany or pine in them. Let's check this out. Let me open this ebook. So I've opened this ebook and let me just say mahogany. So it says not found, and the other word therefore must be present, pine. So this word is present here. So these are all those items which have attachments that have the word mahogany or pine. And let us save this search as C and call this as tree species. So we are saving our third search, and as you can see, tree species has also been saved. So now that we have these three searches A, B and C saved, we can come back here and click on advanced search and combine these saved searches to create a fourth consolidated search. And the question that we want to ask is, can I pull out items from my library that meet the search conditions for all the three saved searches, which means that they have one of the two words, deforestation and logging. This is coming from the first search. They also have one of the two words from the second search or both the words, and this would be Amazon or tropical. And they have one word or both words from the third search, which is mahogany and pine. So to create such kind of a search using saved searches, I'm going to come here and click on collection. So these are actually collections, as I have mentioned to you, smart collections. So we are going to come here and say collection is, and we are going to come here and pick up our first collection. So that is going to be a tree felling, which is the first saved search. Then I'm going to add another row, and this one is also saying collection is, and I'm going to choose the second search, which is B location, and I'm going to add a third row and choose my third search, which is C tree species. So when I click on this, I'm expecting to see items having attachments that meet the search criteria for all these three saved searches, because I have mentioned all here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on search. So you will see that the search results are now displaying just two papers. One is Lawrence and one is Dawson and Spanigal. So let us just verify whether these actually meet all three conditions that we have given here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this PDF. So as you can see, this is the PDF of Lawrence's paper. And I'm going to come here and say logging. This is from my first search. So at many places, logging has appeared here. Let me just type in deforestation. And as you can see, it's in the title itself. So both words from the first search are available here. That is the tree felling search. So this paper meets that requirement. In the second query, that is B, we have a locational element. So let me just see whether we have tropical. So as you can see, it has 103 occurrences of the word tropical, including one in the title itself. And let me also see if it has the word Amazon. So as you can see that Amazon is appearing in this particular paper as well. And it appears at multiple places. So both words are present in this paper from the second query as well. And let me now see the last one. So I'm going to go ahead and click on pine. So you will see some occurrence of pine, but this is not what I wanted. So this is pine part of Philippines. So when I type in mahogany, you can see that mahogany as a tree species is mentioned here. So at least one out of those two words in the way that I want it is present in this particular paper. If we go very strictly, pine was also present in this paper because it was part of Philippines. So this particular PDF satisfies all the three criteria in this advanced search. So what we can do is we can just come here and save this complex query. And let us say we are calling this as D, tropical tree loss. So we have also saved our consolidated query that is identifying all items that meet three previous searches. So in this example, I've just shown you a demo. Feel free to experiment and try creating complex queries with other combinations of saved searches. So this is how you can create complex queries using saved searches. So this brings us to the end of this lesson. In this lesson, we explored how to use quick and advanced searches. We also saw how we can save our searches and also use saved searches to create complex queries. In the next lesson, we will see how we can create feeds and also install and use plugins in Zotero 7. I hope this video was useful. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Many thanks for watching.